Then Fingolfin beheld the utter ruin of the Noldor, and the defeat beyond redress of all their houses. And filled with wrath and despair, he mounted upon Rocklaw, his great horse, and rode forth alone, and none might restrain him. He passed over Dorn Newfoundlith like a wind amidst the dust, and all that beheld his onset fled in amaze, thinking that only himself was come. For a great madness of rage was upon him, so that his eyes shone like the eyes of the Valar. Thus he came to Angband's gates, and he sounded his horn, and smote once more upon the brazen doors, and challenged Morgoth to come forth to single combat. And Morgoth came. That was the last time in those wars that he passed the doors of his stronghold, and it is said that he took not the challenge willingly, for, alone of the Valar, he knew fear. But he could not now deny the challenge before the face of his captains. For Fingolfin named Morgoth Craven. Therefore Morgoth issued forth, clad in black armor, and he stood before the king like a tower, iron-crowned, and his vast shield, sable, unblazoned, cast a shadow over him like a storm cloud. But Fingolfin gleamed beneath it as a star, for his mail was overlaid with silver, and his blue shield was set with crystals, and he drew his sword Ringel, that glittered like ice. The underworld, and swung it down like a bolt of thunder. And Fingolfin sprang aside, and Gromn rent a mighty pit in the earth. Many times Morgoth essayed to smite him, and each time Fingolfin leapt away, and he wounded Morgoth with 7 wounds, and 7 times Morgoth gave a cry of anguish, whereat the hosts of Angband fell upon their faces in dismay, and the cries echoed in the Northlands. But at the last the king grew weary, and Morgoth bore down his shield upon him. Thrice he was crushed to his knees, and thrice arose again and bore up his broken shield and stricken helm. But the earth was all pitted about him, and he stumbled and fell backwards before the feet of Morgoth. And Morgoth set his left foot upon his neck. Yet with his last and desperate stroke, Fingolfin hewed the foot with Ringel, and the blood gushed forth black and smoking and filled the pits of Grond. Thus died Fingolfin, High King of the Noldor, most proud and valiant of the elven kings of old. The orcs made no boast of that duel at the gate, neither do the elves sing of it, for their sorrow is too deep.